Hello, I'm Janet DeWolf, FAHP, and Chair of the Fellows Committee for the Association for Healthcare Philanthropy. It is my pleasure to be with one of our 2020 Fellows, Harvey Green. Harvey is the Vice President and Chief Philanthropy Officer for MedStar Washington Hospital Center in Washington, D.C. First, Harvey, I just want to say congratulations on achieving your FAHP. You're to be commended for your significant commitment and contributions to the healthcare philanthropy profession. To honor you and for those considering starting their FAHP journey, I just wanted to ask you a few questions so that people can get more acquainted. What was your personal motivation for seeking your FAHP designation?
Well, first of all, thank you very much, Janet. This is such a great delight and honor. So obviously on behalf of the Association of Healthcare Philanthropy and the FAHP Committee, I am delighted and honored to have this designation. And this experience so far has been amazing for me. And for me, personally and professionally, I've really started out in the nonprofit arena with a commitment to excellence, continuous learning, and education. And this designation, being a part of this fellowship for me, epitomizes that dedication to excellence and learning in healthcare philanthropy. And so for me personally, and again professionally, I feel like I've been able to achieve this, and I've worked so hard and feel like this has been a culmination of all the dedication I've placed in this industry. And it's such an honor and delight to be a part of this great group.
Great, Harvey. What's been the response from your work colleagues and friends to this remarkable attainment?
Well, I have to say, my colleagues have supported me along the way in my career, from those who mentored and coached me along to those who actually provided some insight and recommendations in the application process itself. And when it was finally announced, the feedback, via the social media channels and or personal phone calls and text messages has been very overwhelming and humbling at the same time. It's amazing to know the magnitude of the certification, and that across the country, this is a highly coveted certification. And so folks were really delighted to learn that I have achieved such designation. And it's been a great feeling, a feeling of elation, and to already feel questions about how do you go about doing this have been wonderful to be able to answer. So it's been a great, it's been a great process, and to hear feedback from my colleagues has been really interesting and wonderful to be a part of.
Great. What would you say to anyone today who is eligible for their FAHP and who has begun to think about seeking the designation next year?
Throughout this pandemic, a lot of us, we're really trying to figure out ways we can be productive, stay busy, continue to add to the diversity of our skill sets. And, some folks sat, who had to work from home, and they wrote books and published books. Some folks went on weight loss regimens and achieved their goals respectively and successfully. Other folks had other things that they had on their bucket list. For me, earning this designation was really at the top of my bucket list. And it's one of those things where it can appear very daunting. However, the commitment I have to healthcare philanthropy and to this profession, and the time that I had really just propelled me and motivated me to do something that was for the greater good, and to do something that was going to stand for my commitment to this industry. So for those people who are on the fence or contemplating on receiving this designation, please, I encourage you do so. It's so invigorating. And for me, it was really about reflecting upon my career and being able to bring all those skill sets to bear for this process. And so not only are you obviously going through the questions and or the essays, but you're also bringing back to mind the things and best practices that you've learned over the years, which I found to be very relevant and timely for our current circumstances. And so I strongly encourage folks to get out and do it if they can.
Wonderful. Thank you, Harvey. And then you may know that less than 2% of our active members have attained the Fellows designation.
Right.
What does it mean to you to be part of this fellowship of some of the top healthcare fundraisers and advisors in the world?
It means a lot. I mean, it's a tremendous honor, Janet, to have this designation. It's one of those things, everyone wakes up and they want to do the right thing every day. And sometimes our goals can seem very daunting. But it's just taking that one step at a time, day after day. And before you know it, you realize you're at a place of being able to achieve something excellent. And, that's how I took this process. I took it step by step, day by day, year by year. And it just turned out to be something that I didn't realize that, it was going to be at the top of, everything anyone could really achieve in this industry. So it's certainly an honor. And I'm extremely grateful to AHP and the committee for allowing me to be a part of this. But it feels really good to be a part of such a great organization and to represent it at its highest level. So I am really appreciative of that.
Well, we are honored too, and it is a pleasure to again congratulate you and to welcome you to the FAHP, and appreciate you taking some time to be with us today to share your experience and your thoughts and your feelings about your journey through this.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you, Harvey.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.